Today's episode of Aquatic Wetline is brought to you by Oasis Aquatics. Find your oasis today. Find your next fish at oasisaquaticsnj.com. Check out Oasis Aquatics on Facebook and Instagram.
From the hit series Life in the Amazon comes an all-new spin-off focused on animal life centering on the African rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life in Africa. From the intimidating Nile crocodile with its razor-sharp teeth and its predatory instincts to the gorgeous African cichlids and tropical fish. To the hungry hippos, the mighty lions, friendly zebras, and the tall reticulated giraffes, every animal from Africa will be discussed. Life in Africa goes live right now. Please press start.
Live from the African jungle near the African lakes and rivers is your host Aqua Alex. Tonight on Life in Africa, Aqua Alex will be discussing a unique group of African characins aka tetras known as the Distichodus. While Aqua Alex has personally never kept one, he does know about this fish. There are two species known as the six-banded Distichodus and the long-snouted Distichodus that are popular in the aquarium hobby, but one gets up to 30 inches and the other gets up to 15 inches, but they are great with aggressive cichlids. A couple other smaller species get imported into the aquarium hobby, such as the silver Distichodus and watermelon Distichodus. Learn some information on these fish and see plenty of photos and videos of them. Have you kept them before? If so, share your experiences and what you know about them in the comments. And now, Life in Africa with Aqua Alex goes live right now.
Hello everyone! Welcome to Life in Africa. I'm your host, Aqua Alex Cardinelli. Tonight on Life in Africa, we are going to be discussing a very unique characin, aka a tetra. We're going to be talking about a group of African tetras known as Distichodus. Now, I personally never kept a Distichodus, but I definitely want to keep one in the future. I definitely want to keep a six-banded Distichodus, a long-snouted Distichodus, and a watermelon or silver Distichodus. So today, I'm going to give you information on the Distichodus, and then I'm going to share some photos and videos of this amazing fish. Have you ever personally kept a Distichodus? If you have, in the comments, let me know your experiences keeping them and what it's like keeping this amazing fish. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this amazing show started. So, let's start with some information on the Distichodus. Here is some info on Distichodus. Now, the Distichodus are a family of African freshwater fish of the characin family, aka they are tetras. There are two evolutionary grades found in this family. There are the micropredators, predators of very small organisms like aquatic insect larvae, and herbivores that have a non-protractile upper jaw and a deep to shallow body, while carnivores have a movable upper jaw and an elongated body. Although the herbivores primarily feed on plant matter, these species often have omnivorous tendencies. The carnivores include specialized fish eaters of the genus Mesoburus, fin eaters, and species that will feed on both whole fish and fins. So the micro predators of the Distichodus family are not commonly found in the aquarium hobby. The fin eaters attack other fish, even ones that are much larger, where they bite off pieces of fins with their sharp teeth. The fish in Distichodonti family vary greatly in size among species, with the smallest micropredators being less than 3.1 inches in length, and the largest herbivores can reach up to 33 inches in length. And the largest Distichodus is the six-banded Distichodus and the long-snouted Distichodus. Those are the most popular ones available in the aquarium hobby. Now, there are currently 23 recognized species in this genus, Distichodus. So let's talk about the different species of Distichodus right now. So our first species is the most popular species available in the aquarium hobby, and that is the six-banded Distichodus. So let's learn about the six-banded Distichodus. This is a very popular fish in the aquarium hobby. It is one that my dad has kept. He had one in his monster Central American tank, and these guys get along great with cichlids. Now, the six-banded Distichodus sexpeciatus, can reach a length of 30 inches. The body is high-backed, reddish-brown to reddish-yellow color, with an elongated, partially squat, and laterally flattened head, and 6 dark vertical bands. Its snout has a characteristic conical shape. They have 24 to 25 dorsal soft rays and 14 to 15 anal soft rays. The six-banded Distichodus feeds on worms, crustaceans, insects, and plant matter. This species can be found in Africa, in the basin of the Congo River, and in the Lake Tanganyika in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Central African Republic, Zambia, and Angola. These freshwater fish occur in swarms and schools in rivers and lakes and in areas of tropical climate, typically 72 to 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, in the aquarium hobby, they can school. However, they tend to be aggressive to conspecific, so it really is iffy on keeping them in a school. You have to have a gigantic aquarium to keep them in a school, but in the aquarium hobby, they are happy to be alone. And like I said, they are great with aggressive cichlids. They'll go great with red devils, jaguars, etc., because they themselves are very aggressive. And we'll talk about that in a few moments here on this episode of Life in the Amazon, or excuse me, Life in Africa. Tonight we're hosting Life in Africa. So that is the six-banded Distichodus. The next species of Distichodus is the one that I want to keep because it gets to a large size, but definitely not above 2 feet like the six-banded. This one gets to be about 15 inches or so, and it is known as the long-snouted Distichodus. And we're going to see photos and videos of all the popular Distichodus that are available in the aquarium hobby. So, the long snout Distichodus is a relatively large and well-built fish, attaining a maximum length of 15 inches. The body is a golden color, most prominent in juveniles, with several vertical dark bands. Its back is well arched and it has reddish fins. The most defining feature of this species is its particularly long head, from which it earns its name. It's also an omnivorous Distichodus, just like the six-banded one. Now, it gets 15 inches, it gets up to 15 inches, so it stays a little bit smaller than the six-banded, the long snout. It's a little bit more laid back and not as aggressive as the six-banded, but it is still pretty aggressive. So it should be kept with cichlids and other fish that can defend themselves. The six-banded Distichodus and the long snout Distichodus can be very fin nippy. So keep that in mind when considering keeping them in the home aquarium. They're kind of the equivalent of the Amazonian leporhinus in that they can be very fin nippy. So don't keep them with angelfish or anything like that because they will nip the fins and it won't be fun for your angelfish. Now, with the two larger species of Distichodus, they start out gorgeous. They start out bright gold or bright yellow with tiger stripes. And then as they mature, they lose their color and they become kind of drab. So keep that in mind. They're not going to look beautiful their whole lives. They're going to look beautiful as juveniles and teenagers. And as they mature, they're going to turn into aggressive monsters that are kind of bland in color. But you know what? I kind of like them because they're very, very cool. And it's kind of rare to see an extremely large one in the aquarium hobby. You know, my dad used to call these the African pacu because they kind of almost get as big as a pacu. They're kind of aggressive like a pacu, and they can live with cichlids like a pacu. All right, so the next two species we're going to talk about are kind of imported into the aquarium hobby, although not as often as the six-banded and the long-snouted. But these are a little bit more on the medium size, and they're definitely a lot less aggressive than their larger cousins. And that is the silver Distichodus or Distichodus affinis. This is a very beautiful Distichodus. It kind of looks like a silver dollar a little bit in my opinion. And the silver Distichodus can be found in Central Africa. You'll find them in the lower Congo and Central Congo basin. This species has been collected from a huge range of sites across the region. They can get up to 8 inches, but aquarium specimens of over 6 inches are considered large. Diet. They are an omnivore. It'll feed on insect larvae, including bloodworms, shrimps, and vegetable matter. Frozen peas and spirulina flake or pellets would be a good choice for a diet. Very, very cool Distichodus. I definitely would consider getting one of them for one of my more peaceful tanks. And the last Distichodus we're going to talk about is a very beautiful fish. It is the watermelon Distichodus. Look how colorful the watermelon Distichodus is. Now, this is a freshwater fish species native to Central Africa. It also can get up to 6 inches in length. It has an elongated body shape with a silver coloration and black stripes running horizontally along its body. This species is best kept in a large aquarium with ample swimming space. Very, very beautiful Distichodus. So those are the different species of Distichodus that are available in the aquarium hobby. Now, let me briefly talk about caring for them in the aquarium hobby, and then it's time for me to stop talking and let's show you photos and videos of these amazing fish. So here are some facts for keeping them in the aquarium hobby. For the six-banded and long-snouted Distichodus, you're going to want to keep them in as large of an aquarium as you can, because the six-banded can get up to 3 feet, and the long-snouted can get up to 15 inches. So therefore, for the six-banded and the long-snouted Distichodus, you're going to want to keep them in at least a 6-foot aquarium, 125 gallons, 180 gallons, 220 gallons, and larger. For the other two that are commonly imported into the aquarium hobby, the Affinis Distichodus, which is the silver Distichodus, and the watermelon Distichodus, you can get away keeping them in a 75-gallon and larger because they can get up to 6 inches in length. Now, generally speaking, tetras are very hardy and they're very easy to keep. Tetras from all over the world are very easy to keep, whether it be South America or Africa. They can get used to any water parameters, so you should not have any problem keeping them in the home aquarium. These guys are omnivorous, which means they eat both meat and plant matter. So in the home aquarium, you should provide them with things like brine shrimp, spirulina brine shrimp, bloodworms, krill, good quality flakes, good quality pellets, market shrimp, tilapia, earthworms, and other treats like that. And you will be rewarded with a beautiful adult Distichodus. I really love the long-snouted Distichodus, and I really want to get one. So hopefully my local fish store can get one, or I can find one online that I can afford and have it shipped to me. I'd love to have a long-snouted Distichodus in my 125-gallon Central and South American cichlid tank. As far as tank mates go for the Distichodus, you're going to want to keep them with semi-aggressive to aggressive fish, because the larger Distichodus can be very bad fin nippers. I personally haven't kept any yet, so I can't attest to the claims of them being really bad fin nippers, but I heard they can be pretty bad fin nippers, much like the Leporhinus. So I would suggest keeping them with things like Oscars, like Jack Dempsey's, Fire Mouse, Red Devils, jaguars, pike cichlids, and other cichlids, and keeping them with other characins that are large growing, like Mentinus, Mylius, Flagtail Procelotus, and Leporhinus, etc. Of course, they'll do great with catfish and other species. Do not put them in with fish that have long fins, like angelfish or discus, because they will nip the fins and they will pester the angelfish and the discus. So that's caring for this beautiful fish in the home aquarium. And that is all the information I have for you on the Distichodus. And now it is time for the fun part of this episode of Life in Africa. It is time for our photos and videos of this great fish. Tonight, I've got about 15 photos and about 11 videos of Distichodus to show you. And we're going to start with our images. And I've got images of all the species of Distichodus that I mentioned here on tonight's episode. So up first is my favorite Distichodus, and the one that I really want to keep, and that is the long-snouted Distichodus. Very beautiful fish. It does look like a giant tiger barb. A lot of fish keepers say that this fish looks like a giant tiger barb, and I have to agree with that, except it's a tetra. It's a part of the characin family. Very, very beautiful fish. Here is another subadult. This is a six-banded one. Very, very beautiful fish. I love the orange color with the stripes. Very much looks like a tiger. Very gorgeous fish. Here is a adult Distichodus, and as you can see, they lose their bright orange as they get into adulthood, but they're still a very beautiful fish. This is a long-snouted Distichodus. This one is pretty much full-grown, but still a beautiful fish. Here are some juvenile Distichodus. These are often the size that they are imported into the aquarium hobby. It's a great grow-out size. This is the size that I would want to get when I get my very first Distichodus. Here's another six-banded Distichodus. Very, very beautiful fish. Here's another subadult living with peacock bass. And peacock bass are a great example of tank mates that you can have with this fish. Very, very beautiful. Here's another gorgeous picture of one. A teenage six-banded Distichodus. Very, very beautiful. And this image here shows some other great tank mates for the Distichodus. Several silver dollars. I see a Jack Dempsey in there. I see a nice Oscar in there, and I see a banded Leporhinus. So those are some great tank mates to have. Here's another of the long-snouted Distichodus. Very, very beautiful. They have a nice bright gold, bright yellow color. Very, very nice. But as I said earlier in the show, as they get into adults, they lose that bright orange color. Here is a wild-caught adult six-banded Distichodus. Look how huge it is. Like I said, the adults can get up to 30 inches, and they lose their stunning, spectacular color. but I think they are still beautiful because they still have speckles of silver of color on their body. Very, very cool. Here are some more juvenile Distichodus. Very, very nice. That's the size that they're often imported in. Here's another of the long-snouted Distichodus juvenile. Very, very cool. And here's one of the smaller species of Distichodus that get imported into the aquarium hobby. This is the Aphanous Distichodus, or the silver Distichodus. Very, very cool. I love the red fins and the red tail. Very, very beautiful Distichodus. So when I get multiple tanks in November, maybe I can get some of them. They are definitely very beautiful. And our last image is of another six-banded Distichodus. Very, very beautiful fish. Can't go wrong with them. Very pretty African characin from Africa. All right. So now I get to save myself from talking. It's the best part of Life in Africa episodes. It's time for some videos of these great fish. Here is our first video showing a beautiful six-banded Distichodus. Very cool fish. And here is a long-snouted Distichodus. Pretty fish, right? This is an absolutely gorgeous Distichodus. I really want a long-snouted Distichodus, so I'm going to be keeping an eye out for them in my area. Very, very pretty fish. So here is our next video. Very, very beautiful. So in that video, in the beginning was a long-snouted Distichodus. There was also a couple of silver Distichodus in there. And the last Distichodus at the end is a species that he wasn't sure what it was, but it was a pretty cool-looking Distichodus. Here is another beautiful long-snouted Distichodus. All right, so here is our next video of my Distichodus that I found on Facebook. So here is our next video.
We got a big boy here, Distichodus sexfasciatus, the six-banded. These guys grow up to 30 inches in size. They're a beautiful striped tiger-looking fish with a robust body. Careful with these guys as they become aggressive as they get older and also like to eat plants. So a balanced diet of omnivorous food is good.
And they do look kind of cool as they get larger, like I said earlier. All right now we're going to take a quick intermission, which is being brought to us by our sponsors. African Joy Flicks, our newest sponsor, and Oasis Aquatics. And it's only fitting because tonight we're doing an episode of Life in Africa. Find out how you can support African wildlife and African families with African Joy Flicks, and find out how you can find your oasis with Oasis Aquatics. Check out their stock list at oasisaquaticsnj.com. So during this intermission, you're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and you're also going to hear about some special upcoming live streams coming to the Real Alex Cardinelli YouTube channel. When we come back, I've got plenty more Distichodus videos coming up, especially some on silver Distichodus and watermelon Distichodus and more. So Life in Africa continues right after this. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Welcome to Saturday.
Welcome to Saturday.
Live. WRX. Cardinal. Saturday Live. Is now worldwide.
Yeehaw! That was an amazing video, right? You want to know what else is amazing? Partnering with African Joy Flicks. African Joy Flicks is a video production company that supports African families and African wildlife. They are much very like Cameo. They create birthday greetings, they create special occasion greetings, they create anniversary greetings, they create customized video greetings for you. You can have them send a loved one a birthday video. You can have them send a loved one an anniversary video, all customizable to your liking. And it's for a great cause. It is supporting African wildlife and African families. So you know, I, Alex Cardinelli, am proud to be part of the African Joy Flicks family. Now, I'm thrilled to offer this to my viewers at a discounted price of 20% off. You can get 20% off your African Joy Flicks video by using the discount code WH20. So, at checkout, enter the discount code WH20 and you will get 20% off your customized video from African Joy Flicks. So I challenge you and I encourage you to support African families and African wildlife and purchase one of these amazing videos that are produced by African people supporting African wildlife and African families. The video I got was amazing, and I'm sure you're going to love this video too. Discount code WH20. Click the link in the description of today's video.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
Aqua Alex here with a very special announcement. I am very proud to announce the very first Oasis Aquatics giveaway. This giveaway is known as Find Your Oasis Giveaway. The winner will receive $100 in-store credit to be used at oasisaquaticsnj.com. The giveaway will run from July 15th through December 26th, 2024. This giveaway is a great way to support a small mom and pop online fish shop and also grow the aquarium hobby at the same time. So, who is going to win $100 in store credit at Oasis Aquatics? We will find out towards the end of the year, at the end of December. Here is how you enter the Find Your Oasis giveaway. Place an order with Oasis Aquatics. Simply go to www.oasisaquaticsnj.com. Check out the stock list and click on the How to Order tab and hit the Send Email button. In the email, state the fish you want, your address with your zip code, and your phone number. Be sure to mention you are entering the Find Your Oasis giveaway. Everyone who enters will be entered into a drawing, and the winner will be announced on the final Friday Live with Aqua Alex of 2024 in late December. Good luck, everyone. So, fish keepers, go get yourself some quality fish today and enter to win $100 in store credit that you can win at the end of December. OasisAquaticsNJ.com. Check out their amazing stock list and place an order today, and you'll automatically be entered into the Find Your Oasis giveaway. I hope to see some entries. Good luck, everyone, and I hope you join this giveaway.
This Friday, August 30th, 2024, live at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, it's another special themed Friday live with Aqua Alex. Fish keepers, get ready to go back to school. It's Schooling Friday live with Aqua Alex. With it being back to school season for the kiddos, Aqua Alex figures this would be the perfect time to discuss schooling. What is schooling in fish? What are some fish species that school? This Friday, August 30th at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, find out what schooling in fish is and why it's important, and learn about the best dither fish. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be the Colombian tetra, the South American featured fish will be the Buenos Aires tetra, the African featured fish will be the Congo tetra, and the saltwater featured fish will be the Banggai cardinalfish, all of which are schooling fish species. Plus, Aqua Alexa will have facts on characins aka tetras. Schooling Friday live with Aqua Alex live this Friday 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale.
Fish keepers, this Friday it's time to go back to school. It's Schooling Friday live with Aqua Alex. Live Friday, August 30th, 2024, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's another themed episode of Friday Live. It's time to learn why schooling is important in fish. What are some species of schooling fish? What is a dither fish? All that will be discussed this Friday, August 30th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be the Colombian tetra. The South American featured fish will be the Buenos Aires tetra. The African featured fish will be the Congo tetra. The saltwater featured fish will be the big cardinal fish. All those fish are schooling fish. Plus, Aqua Alex's Open Challenge is back. Which fish keeper will answer the open challenge? The wet spot tropical fish is our featured fish store. There will be a Oasis Aquatics featured fish, and Aqua Alex's amazing fish will be his beautiful Mentinus silver dollars. All that and more on Schooling Friday Live. Live this Friday, August 30th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale.
It's time to go back to school, kiddos. Live this Saturday, August 31st, 2024, I, Alex Cardinale, will be hosting the second annual Back to School Saturday Live. It's been over a decade since I've been to school and since I graduated, but I know this time of year is important to the young future. I'll get you and your kids set up for a great school year. On a special Back to School Saturday Live, I will have tips for freshmen, 9th graders, and tips for seniors, 12th graders. I will have tips for a good school year for all kids. Chef Alex is back on Saturday Live, and this Saturday he will be discussing the best packed school lunches. And don't miss a very rare Detective Alex Cardinale appearance, as he will discuss school safety and a past school crime. It's Back to School 2024 Saturday Live, and it's live this Saturday, August 31st at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Don't be tardy and don't miss the show. Class will be in session this Saturday.
School is in session on the next Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. The next Saturday Live is also the final Saturday Live of August 2024. Live Saturday, August 31st, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's a loaded Saturday Live. Alex will have tips for freshmen as they enter high school, and he will have tips for seniors as they enter the last year of their school career. Chef Alex is in the house, and Chef Alex will have recipes for school lunches. Detective Alex Cardinale makes a rare appearance as he discusses school safety and school crimes. WWE fan Alex Cardinale will recap WWE Bash in Berlin. For the first time ever on Saturday Live, there will be a restaurant review as Alex goes out to celebrate his 31st birthday with his parents. Plus, Tampa Bay Buccaneers Spotlight, I will preview the 2024 NFL regular season. The animal of the week will be the American alligator. The pet of the week will be the Dalmatian. The South Florida local business will be aquatic and exotic. And there will be facts on Stop and Shop, Disney Plus, and NFL. All that and more on the 2024 edition Back to School Saturday Live. Live Saturday, August 31st, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, right here on YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinelli.
Saturday night.
Guess who is coming back to the Real Alex Cardinelli YouTube channel? Chef Alex Cardinelli is back, and he's coming back bigger and better than ever. It's been a while since Chef Alex has hosted a cooking and baking live stream, but he is coming back this fall and this holiday season with plenty of delicious recipes. Do you need inspiration for fall recipes? Do you need some hints of what to cook this fall? Chef Alex Cardinelli will be hosting a fall recipe throwdown, and he is inviting you to tune in. It's going down live Sunday, September 15, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Real Alex Cardinelli YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in and get some delicious recipes.
Welcome back to Life in Africa. And tonight we are talking about the Distichodus, an African characin from African lakes and rivers. I already gave out some wonderful information on the Distichodus, and we saw our first set of photos and videos before we took our intermission. And now it's time to conclude the show with our final set of videos, and then I will briefly go over what we discussed at the beginning of the show. Here is our next video, and it's some juvenile six-banded Distichodus. Very cool fish. That was a nice watermelon Distichodus. Now here is a long-snouted Distichodus.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
Very, very cool. And here are some silver Distichodus. The silver Distichodus are very, very beautiful. And here is our final video tonight. All right, and those are some beautiful Distichodus. Very, very cool. It has been an amazing episode of Life in Africa. Let's do a quick summary of some information that we discussed on Distichodus. Distichodus are a group of African characins. They are part of the tetra family. They range in size from 3 inches all the way up to 30 inches. The most popular Distichodus in the aquarium hobby are the large 6-banded Distichodus, which can reach 30 inches, the long-snouted Distichodus, which can reach 15 inches, and the smaller imported ones are the silver Distichodus and the watermelon Distichodus. And all 4 of them are found throughout the African rivers and lakes, Lake Tanganyika, the Congo, etc. They can be fin nippy, so be careful with tank mates with them. But overall, they are a very beautiful oddball characin from the lakes and rivers of Africa. I had a blast talking about Distichodus, and I can't wait to get my hands on a Distichodus from my 125 cichlid tank. I want to get a long-snouted or a 6-banded, but preferably a long-snouted because they only get 15 inches, whereas the 6-banded can get up to 30 inches. So keep that in mind. So on our next episode of Life in Africa, episode 14, we're going to talk about a species of African catfish that can actually shock you. It's like the electric eel, except it is a catfish from Africa. On the next episode of Life in Africa, get ready to learn about the electric catfish. It's electric. The next episode will be electric as we learn about the electric catfish. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Life in Africa. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Distichodus. If you did enjoy this episode, please smash that like button and share this episode on social media so more people can see it and learn about Distichodus. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of Life in Africa. Aqua Alex saying.
Thank you for watching this live stream on the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Whether you learned about tropical fish, a crime, an American tragedy, or had fun on Saturday Live, your view is what keeps the great content coming. Thank you for supporting Alex Cardinale and watching this live. It's hard to believe we are quickly approaching 11 years together. Get ready for a big 11-year celebration taking place in New Jersey. Special thanks to our sponsor Oasis Aquatics for helping our channel grow. Looking for quality tropical fish? Check out oasisaquaticsnj.com. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Share this video on social media and let your friends view too. Remember, sharing is caring. Subscribe for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching and stay legendary. Goodbye for now. We will see you on the next live.